Good morning. I'm Mark Anthony Perez. I'm the technology architect for HPE Storage. So right now, I'm super excited to introduce you our new data infrastructure products that catapults us on a journey to address customers' emerging and evolving data management challenges. So HPE is proud to bring you HPE Alletra. So first, for some quick context, every organization today is looking to accelerate what's next. Time to insights on their current business performance, time to insights on their customer preferences and how they want to conduct business, and time to insights on finding new business ventures are all top of mind for all levels of leaders in every organization. Okay, so moving on. Um, the increasing amount of data today has potential to usher in new experiences and outcomes while driving a generational shift in the application landscape. To bring new ideas to market faster and respond sooner to customer demands, organizations are turning more to modern applications. Since traditional applications will not give way overnight, IT has never had it more difficult and more complex deploying and maintaining double the infrastructure. So cloud has set the standard for agility, helping organizations take advantage of on-demand access, cloud-based elasticity, and charges for services based on actual use. But the public cloud is not a one-size-fits-all because today's data requirements are far too dynamic and diverse. On-premise infrastructure is already complex, and now IT must determine where to deploy and how to maintain applications across physical locations throughout its lifecycle. With Edge optimized for ingestion and local data processing, core optimized for mixed workload consolidation, and cloud optimized for data protection and burst compute. It's simple and too much of a challenge for us to alone to solve. So as you can see in my slide, this has never been more important than now because fast and reliable storage simply is no longer enough when 90% of the issues that can disrupt or cause performance variability with application workloads arise above the storage layer. Artificial intelligence can change everything and unlock the full potential of data and cloud. The data infrastructure you choose and evolve to needs to be built with the cloud data infrastructure in mind. This means that it needs to deliver a cloud operating mode right from the start, both operationally and financially. This is fundamental to a cloud native data infrastructure. Because of the overwhelming scale, the basic building block is intelligence to help you keep up. Based on billions of data points and heuristic from storage to virtual machines, this can mitigate or completely eliminate infrastructure issues. The intelligence is a must in order to power cloud operations. Once the infrastructure provides the ideal operating environment, you can automate your data infrastructure to align your business growth. And now, new resources are always clicks away, so you can operate in minutes versus days, weeks, or months. Next, it has to be built for any application with no trade-offs, no silos, no inefficiencies, and most importantly, delivering the best economics. The infrastructure needs to support traditional and modern applications. Finally, it needs to provide the data mobility and operations across a hybrid cloud environment. This means one unified experience across your public and private cloud so that your data is not stranded in silos. And to complete this solution, the infrastructure needs to be consumed as a service for the ultimate financial agility, to pay for only the resources you use and when you use it. This was the exact experience we set out to deliver for our customers. So HPE Alletra is actually a bold paradigm shift for data infrastructure across edge to cloud. It is a portfolio of cloud-native data infrastructure powered by Data Services Cloud Console that powers data with a cloud experience wherever the data lives. It enables IT to shift from owning and maintaining data infrastructure to simply accessing and utilizing it on demand and as a service. Built for every application from traditional to modern, HPE Alletra spans workloads, optimized systems to deliver architecturally flexibility without the complexity of traditional storage management, and it frees data across hybrid cloud across one unified platform. We built Alletra from some key innovations to drive unique value. So first, we included HPE InfoSight, the AI engine that has been a cornerstone for eliminating over 1.5 million hours of downtime for our customers. This AI-driven approach will continue to predict and prevent problems from storage to virtual machines and applications. To complement this, we're also redefining the support experience with direct engineering level support access across the HPE Alletra portfolio. Next, we've architected and engineered HPE Alletra to be tightly coupled with Data Services Cloud Console to deliver a common cloud operational experience across our workload. It has optimized systems for on-premise and in the cloud. So this is actually built for cloud, and the Alletra enables us to deliver the same agility and the same simplicity for every single application across its lifecycle. And finally, we're delivering in as a service experience to free up your cash flow and increase financial agility. With HPE GreenLake, our customers can pay per use, scale up and down, or opt for a complete turnkey solution to take all of their weight off their shoulders. So for an AI-driven autonomous self-driving data infrastructure, first we need to have to predict and prevent disruptions across storage, services, and virtual machines, resulting in saving of over 1.5 million hours of lost productivity due to downtime. We redefine white glove support with predictive support automation that delivers unprecedented support experience with direct to level 3 support, pinpoint issues between storage and VMs, and underutilized virtual resources without effort. We take the guesswork out of managing data infrastructure with AI-driven recommendations that improves performance, drives higher availability, and optimizes resource utilization and planning. So traditional storage offerings typically require local on-prem management. This leads to a fragmented approach where the instant you deploy a new system, it automatically becomes a data silo. This leads to a lot of complexity at scale, and any software updates have to be carefully planned and may cause disruptions. And this complexity leads to slow release cycles and infrequent updates. This is why we have chosen to separate the control plane from the data plane and move it to the cloud in order to enable the single and consistent operational experience. When a new system is being deployed, the control plane is already available. The new hardware need only be connected to the network for discovery and configuration. New features and enhancements are also instantly available through cloud-delivered self-service upgrades. Cloud-based management also enables you to scale edge to cloud data infrastructure autonomously across geographies. So it starts with a simple deployment. We've streamlined the process so much there is no longer the need to have a dedicated IT specialist on site because new devices are automatically discovered, onboarded, and configured. This means all you have to do is cable up the system and turn it on, and the storage central is assigned to do the rest. Next is intent-based provisioning. This is really big. For some quick context, every vendor is going to claim they can provision with minimal steps. While that may be true, the hard part is figuring out where that application should actually be deployed. What system has the performance headroom? What system can deliver the right availability? How do I optimize resources? As you can imagine, this only gets harder and harder as you scale and add more systems into the mix. Ultimately, you'll end up with a lot of firefighting. With intent-based provisioning, you're streamlining and automating this whole process for you because InfoSight understands workload patterns and data infrastructure utilization. You can intelligently provision applications, workloads on infrastructure that best suited for optimized SLAs. So there's no more guesswork, no more flying blind. Now it's all automated and optimized in your behalf. We're also enabling invisible upgrades so you get faster access to innovation. New features and enhancement are instantly available through the cloud with no disruptions. And finally, the flexibility to manage from anywhere. This means no more on-site install or limited visibility. You get simple global management driven through a software as a service based user experience. So to be more competitive and deliver better outcomes faster, more reliably, and more economically, you need to find a better ways to consume IT. That's where HP GreenLake comes in. So HP GreenLake provides a managed service with a pay-per-use consumption model that allows customers to offload operations altogether. So customers can benefit by reducing deployment time by around 65%, improving productivity by, let's say, 40%, and lowering over-provisioning by 30%. So with GreenLake, customers can deploy block storage as a service without having to manage the underlying on-premise infrastructure, introducing time and cost savings that can reinvest in their business. So here are the HP Alletra models. So keep in mind, this is a portfolio brand from Edge to Cloud. So eventually, this will represent HP storage. So expect a rolling thunder approach to announcements going forward. So on day one, we will offer HP Alletra 6000 and HP Alletra 9000. So think of this as a next generation evolution of HP Nimble and HP Primera. We've engineered this for a cloud-first design by tightly coupling them with Data Services Cloud Console. Both of these platforms are all NVMe, AI-driven, and eliminate forklift upgrades with non-destructive data in place upgrades. So all the necessary speeds and feeds are there to make them optimized for business critical and mission critical workloads. So now you get the added benefit with Data Services Cloud Console, where you can shift from managing boxes to simply deploying block services. The intelligent data platform from HPE is actually optimized for every application, whether it's for accelerating your mission critical database apps, deploying and seamlessly scaling VM farms or container farms, optimizing virtual desktops, accelerating your test dev environments, or consolidating your mixed workload safely. So here we have the Alletra 9000 and the Alletra 6000. So just like Gimbal, for example, the 6000 has been optimized for efficiency for the best price per performance and comes standard with 6 nines guaranteed availability. This makes it ideal for business critical workloads like some databases or VMs or container farms. So, and of course, just like Primera, the 9000 has been optimized for extreme availability. Predictable performance at scale and comes standard with 100% availability guarantee. This makes it ideal for mission critical workloads like large scale databases, large scale containers, and virtualization or large scale consolidation of mixed workloads. So basically, these are the outcomes that we can achieve with the cloud operation model. So by simplifying data and IT operations, you can get up to 99% time savings, enabling higher productivity and giving back time back. You can get out of the firefighting or the world of disruptions with 100% availability guaranteed for your mission critical workloads. You can help transform your support experience with 86% of issues automatically opened and resolved thanks to the predictive analytics from AI-driven intelligence. So as part of a digital transformation, businesses are seeking to accelerate revenue, reimagine customers' experiences, improve operational efficiency, and increase the velocity of innovation. So complexity is actually the silent killer of IT productivity. So HP Nimble Storage makes it radically simple for IT generalists to buy, install, provision, operate, and upgrade. Customers can self-install the system in minutes. There are no knobs or configurations with always on data services and app-aware intelligence that help eliminate performance and efficiency trade-offs. And the on-demand experience of cloud, the emergence of containers that spin up or spin down in seconds, requires pre-built automation with virtualization and container stacks. This effortless user experience across all aspects of the storage life cycle means that customers spend substantially less time and allocate fewer resources to managing Nimble storage. So this results in 78% lower IT operational expenses if you want to spend less time managing storage and firefighting. So look into Nimble storage. Now, this workflow actually looks familiar to a lot of our customers. So provisioning data for workloads today is a complex, time-consuming, and learn-centric driven task beset with guesswork. So with admins having to work through spreadsheets to work out capacity and performance, headroom across their fleet of storage infrastructure to decide where an application should be deployed to meet workload and application service levels. This challenge only gets harder as customers scale and add more systems to their fleet. So end result is storage provisioning can take days to weeks and result in suboptimal service levels for your application owners. So primary reason for shallow IT to form and take root. So intent-based provisioning of workloads across a customer's global fleet of data infrastructure delivers a paradigm shift in workload optimized infrastructure. So provisioning is a key capability of the data services cloud console's cloud operational experience. Intent-based provisioning allows IT to move from time-consuming, learn-centric guesswork-based provisioning to AI-driven automated intent-based provisioning of application workloads on infrastructure best suited for optimizing SLAs. So making it possible to manage hundreds of your systems in minutes. The data services cloud console is a highly extendable It's an API-first control plane that provides a fully programmable single API from endpoint in the cloud. This enables customers to automate data infrastructure management and workload provisioning at cloud speed and scale with their orchestration tool of choice. So managing hundreds of systems is as simple as managing one. The HP Electra, actually, it offers a highly resilient tier zero architecture that provides the first line of defense against application outages with high availability features such as fault tolerance and hardware redundancy. The all-active architecture ensures consistent performance, even in the face of failure. Data is always accessible when the loss of an entire driven enclosure, for example, with 25 drives or node. In addition, services-centric operate OS eliminates updated risks and installs in minutes. As a result, high-end storage can be transparently upgraded by a customer without any planning or manual tuning. Low-cost remote replication protects against site-wide outages and natural disasters with the flexibility to replicate between any member of the next-generation family. Traditional CapEx storage ownership model involves refreshing your storage asset every 3 to 5 years. This results in maintenance overhead and surprises and shocks when migrations are involved. Migrations very often involve planning or planned or unplanned downtime, leading to availability loss. There's no comparable benefit for operating your data under this way. So there has to be a better way. So I also wanted to highlight that all our current platform programs through the HP timelines are carried forward to HP Electra. So this means no rip and replace for clip upgrades. With Electra, you can take advantage of data in place upgrades with flat support pricing. So I've already mentioned the 6 nines and 100% availability guarantees. So with our store more guarantee, you've got options. So first is a 4:1 universal guarantee to drive sales velocity by eliminating around 80 to 90% of the questions concerns around compaction. And for those last few outliers, we have custom letter templates that have been simplified for quicker approval. And finally, the 30 days satisfaction guarantee is designed to remove and final sales inhibitors. So with AI-driven recommendations that improves performance, it drives higher availability and optimizes resource utilization and planning. So on the support, this actually defines with the AI-driven intelligence. So predictive support we have direct access to the level 3. So typical tiered support models can take a long time to resolve problems with customers pass from one support engineer to another with the same information gathered multiple times. So predictive support automation has enabled us to eliminate the level 1 and level 2 support, providing customers with direct access to our level 3 expert support engineers, removing time-consuming and frustrating escalations. This means 73% fewer support tickets, around 85% less time spent resolving storage-related trouble tickets, and 69% faster time to resolve for events that necessitate level 3 support. So with HP GreenLake, you can choose the technology you want. We identify the workloads to move to consumption. We pick the right size and type of technology to support them. We align services with our business needs. So to support yung meter and manage the capacity of your installed hardware, we add additional services as needed to operate any of all of your IT stack. We pay only for what you consume. So we meter your usage and you pay monthly for what you use. We also install a buffer of capacity and actively monitor, manage, and deploy capacity ahead of business demand. Now, I'm showing again the portfolio for Letra. We have the 9,000 and the 6,000. So the entire portfolio of HPE storage. So first we have the mission critical applications. So we have the Letra 9000, the HP Primera, and XPA. For business critical applications, of course, the Letra 6000 and our Nimble all-flash arrays. And for general purpose applications, we have the Nimble adaptive flash arrays and our entry level, the HP MSA. So HP Alletra 9000 is ideal for your mission critical workloads with strict SLAs for availability and performance. It's built on an ultra efficient architecture designed to deliver fast, consistent performance with industry leading data efficiency. So no more knobs or configurations to adjust, and always on data services and app aware intelligence eliminate performance and efficiency trade-offs. So we get resilient storage for your organization with intelligence and no single point of failure platform that together delivers 6 nines availability guarantee. And we deliver your recovery SLAs with fast, simple, and integrated app-aware backup and recovery for on-premise and in the cloud. So from the start, Primera was and is architected from the ground up for unconstrained scalability. It's a multi-node massively parallel design where data can simultaneously access all controllers, ports, and all your physical components are active and nothing is in standby mode. So we brought this to Alletra 9000. So this is a massive parallel design already delivers ultra low latency with all flash where others have had to deliver with NVMe. So we have two models for the Alletra 9000. We have the 9060 and the 9080. Both have 4 nodes or 4 controllers. For now, we have 48 NVMe drives in a 4U chassis. Now, the 9060 has around a 2 by 10 core CPU per node and a 256 gig of memory per node, while the 9080 has a 2 by 20 core CPU per node and 768 gigabytes of memory per node. Now, just to have an idea on the specifications detail, more in detail. So in the 9060, this is my laser pointer. So both models can scale from a 2-node to a 4-node. And then I'm showing the CPU family, the difference between the two models, the memory, and the memory capacity per node. Now it has built-in ports, all are both the same for both models. Now to have an idea on what it looks like exactly, on the front we have 48 NVMe small form factor drives, solid state drives. And at the back, we have the 4 nodes with 2 power supplies supporting a node pair. Now, per controller, we have 3 HBA slots. And we have the management port, the support port. We have two 10 gig base T for replication. And this is for the expansion to expansion enclosures. Now on the adapter options, we have the 16/32 gig fiber channel, which you can use for host connectivity or replication or for peer motion. We have the 10/25 gig Ethernet HBA, which we can use for ISCSI host connectivity or for replication over IP. We also have 4 ports 10 gig base T, which can also be used for ISCSI host connectivity and remote replication over IP. Actually, for the Philippines, we only use the NVMe FIPS. So these drives are already self-encrypting drives. And then you just add in a license to activate it. This is actually used in other countries. Now on Alletra 9000's performance, it can deliver around 2.1 million IOPS, 55 gig throughput, and less than 250 microseconds of latency. Now to compare it with the Primera, so here we have the 650, this is the 9060 Alletra, 670 Primera, and this is the 9080. So as you can see, there's an increase of around 10 to 35% in IOPS versus the Primera. This is on throughput, so you have around additional 10 to 50% more throughput in comparison with Primera. On performance density, so basically it's around 35% IOPS, more IOPS, and 112% more throughput. On the latency, the green is a Primera, the orange is Alletra. So you can see the difference in speed of the array. So it's around 63% more IOPS at 250 microseconds. Now on the supported operating system, so for now, these are all supported. For the NVMe over fiber channel, so for now it's Gamer 7 and Rel 7, 8, and 8X on the KVM, but this will require future software updates. Now, typical replication actually is active passive. Your production is active, your DR is passive. Now, Alletra now supports active peer persistence. So aside from having both sides in active configuration, the host on each side will directly have active connectivity to the Alletra model locally. So this will have a faster read IO process and write IO traverse link that can only done once. And then if there's a problem, or let's say the array on your production site goes down, failover will be transparent to your second site. Users will not notice that this array on your production site has went down. Alletra 9000 also supports fan out and fan in replication. So here we have an Alletra or a Primera array that replicates to 4 different arrays on different sites. So this is 4 volumes replicating to different partner volumes on different sites. It can be through synchronous replication or asynchronous replication. So now this is Alletra 6000. So this is ideal for your business critical workloads with strict SLAs for availability and performance. It's built on ultra efficient architecture designed to deliver fast, consistent performance with industry leading data efficiency. Now, the Alletra 6000, same with the Nimble OS. It has these features built in. So we have the inline and variable block deduplication and compression. We have zero pattern elimination, first in provisioning, and zero copy clones. So all of this, we can have around 5:1 or more data reduction on the storage capacity. Now the Letra 6000 has more models compared to the 9000. So starting on the 6010, going up to the 6090. So 1690 can give you around 6 petabytes of effective capacity and 720,000 IOPS in performance. In comparison with the Generation 5 Nimble arrays, so you can see the 1690 gives a lot more performance than the AF80. Now the system specifications in a nutshell. So it's still a 4U array with 2 controllers on active standby, but the CPU now is using AMD ROM. The Nimble Generation 5 is running on Intel. Now each processor has a number of cores, around 8 cores to 128. And then the memory around 604 to 896. And then, as I mentioned, this is also an all NVMe storage. So our maximum drives on the base chassis is 24 NVMe SSDs. And drive capacity, actually, it varies from the 1.2 terabytes to the 15 terabytes NVMe SSDs. Now, to have an image of the area at the back, so we still have the 2 controllers. So in comparing with the Generation 5 Nimble, these are the 2 controllers. Here it's on top of each other. And then we have more power supplies. So 2 power supplies supports a controller. There. So here's a clear image of it. On the front, so Nimble Generation 5, we support dual flash carriers but for the Alletra 6000, no more dual flash carriers for the SSDs. So we still have 24 drive banks, which are placed with 12 or 24 drive sets. We can start at a half populated enclosure and then upgrade as needed. So still same as Nimble, the RAID option for the Alletra 6000 is still triple plus parity. So still it does not support RAID 1 or RAID 5. Just triple plus parity, which is a lot better. On the PCIe expansion slots, the 6010 has 3 slots, while the rest of the models has 6 slots. Now the supported HPAs, so we have the fiber channel cards, either a dual 32 gig or a quad 32 gig. We have the Ethernet cards. And then we have the SCM, or storage class memory card, to increase more the performance in latency. Nimble also supports peer persistence, but with the Alletra 6000, it now supports the encrypted volumes. So we have more security in replicating our data in between 2 arrays. So that's my last slide. Thank you very much. I'll still be here in the room in case you have any questions. Thank you.